Hi, Anna. Let's take a look at this set of essays. It should be your last one. Let's see what you wrote. This looks kind of brief. Okay, 163 words. Let's just check like this. All right, 163 words. Let's see what you wrote. The map shows the island before and after some construction and changes on the territory. According to the map, the island has a small territory and its stay the same. The island has more trees before than after changes. Okay, let's try that again. According to the map, the island has a small territory and it stays the same. The island had more trees before than after changes. Okay, you decided to focus on that. I'm not saying that it's wrong. I think it's more important to focus on what happened after. So you could just say that after construction, the island became full of facilities for tourists and visitors. Okay? The map after what? You should say after construction, after development would have been a good word here. So the map after, or the island after development, presents a lot of changes, no comma, which had been done to the island. On the left side of the map, and left side, no, that's the right side, look. On the right side, where is that? On the right side of the map, an artificial lake was built with a T. Trees, I think you mean not threes, trees, facility, get rid of facilities. I don't know what you're talking about here. Trees, buildings, houses, and a pier also appeared on the map. There are 6 houses located close to the beach and 7 situated near the lake. In the middle of the island, 3 big facilities buildings. No, 3 big facilities were built. Specifically, if I'm not mistaken, it's a hotel, a mall, and I think it's a restaurant. There is a footpath which connects all buildings and houses. It's not okay. After construction, it is possible to use a car, no comma, because there is a vehicle track as well. There is a footpath from the central area of the island which leading to the pier. All right, the yachts you don't have to talk about. Overall, it is obvious that the island had changed dramatically if we compare the map before and after. All right, Anna, so here's the good news. You mentioned all the important information. Your overview was fine. It was appropriate. No real problems there. So you've gotten some of that basic stuff down. For me, what's a problem is the lack of advanced language here. A lot of the language is very basic and a lot of it is incorrect. There's mistakes throughout, and so this is probably the biggest problem. It needs a little work. It needs a little revision. So I want you to work on how you can make some of these sentences not only more accurate, but also more complex. Okay? That's an issue that we have to deal with here in this task 1. Yeah, I mean, the way you organized it was fine. I didn't have a problem with that, but it's definitely the grammar and some of the vocabulary problematic. Why don't we take a look at your other essay? Okay, so now let's take a look at this essay about green energy. Here's what you wrote. Experts throughout both the developed and developing world have debated that green energy is better for the environment. Okay, let's try it again. Experts throughout both the developed and developing world have debated whether green energy is better for the environment or if it is a serious threat to energy security. Personally, I strongly believe that infinite energy is our future. What is infinite energy? Renewable energy is what you mean here, not infinite. This essay will discuss both issues, providing ing points and demonstrating examples, S from Greenpeace and World Health Organization. All right, fine. Just fix those other errors. All right, so firstly, more and more European countries use alternative energy sources such as, not us, such as wind, wave, solar power due to their availability and infinity. That's not the word you want, not infinity. And the fact that they are renewable, they can be replenished. These are better ways of saying this. The world leaders of all countries are concerned about the accessibility. I don't know what this means. Future energy recourses. I have no idea what you're trying to say here. You've got like a ton of nouns and then I'm very confused. And current level of pollution our nature. There's no verb here. There's no verb. So I really don't know what you're trying to say. For example, World Health Organization has shown that countries with an R which stopped using fossil fuel, resources. Okay, with an S, and then here you want a C. Decreased air pollution by 80%. Therefore, it is conclusively clear that green energy is renewable and has zero level of CO2 emissions with an S. All right, so basically what's happening with this paragraph is it's underdeveloped. Because of your spelling mistake, I had no idea what word you were trying to use. I now understand you were trying to say resources, but it's underdeveloped. It does need more language. It does need more ideas here. So it's a short little paragraph, and there needs to be more to it. Okay, let's move on. However, it should not be forgotten the production of green energy depends on meteorological, spelled wrong, conditions, which are crucial for people's, apostrophe S, life, and not social buildings. You mean facilities, such as hospitals, kindergartens, and schools. Okay. Nonetheless, to use batteries and facilities to store green energy could help overcome that's not right. Overcome the threat to energy security. For instance, an extensive IVE study by Green Boost Organization has shown that a small Spanish village produces a huge amount of solar power, which is stored with a D and could be used for 10 nearest villages, S, or even small cities. Thus, it is obvious that problems, S, with energy security are possible to solve using batteries. All right, that's not what you're supposed to be developing here. You're supposed to be developing why people think energy security is a problem, how green energy is related to this. Why do people think that it may create a problem with energy security, and not how it can be solved with batteries. That's not what they're asking you about. So this, again, is a little off topic. Okay, moving on. To conclude from arguments and examples given, I firmly believe that green energy is better for the environment than current energy resources, spelled wrong. It is predicted that the number of countries, spelled wrong, which use solar panels, or no comma, an S here, and windmills will continue to grow in importance in the future. All right. So I think I was pretty clear about what some of the problems are. It's not appropriately developed. It's a little brief, even though it says here 315 words. Let me just check. That's also with the prompt itself. All right, 271. So you were over the word count, but so that's fine. But like I said, it wasn't developed appropriately in your body paragraphs, and there were a lot of grammatical mistakes throughout. For me, that was a problem. I wanted you to work on that a little bit. Now, from what I understand, these are your last essays. I want to see more work from you, though, Anna. I still think that there is some improvement we can make. So I want you to sign up for one of the packages for additional essay corrections. We'll even include the information in your email. So I think it'll be beneficial for you. I still think that you'll benefit from more feedback. So that's something I'd like you to consider doing. All right. Good luck, and I hope we get to see more of your essays in the future. I'll be waiting to hear from you. Good luck.